Welcome to Kalamazoo, Michigan, Waldo Stadium, home to the Western Michigan Broncos, where we have a terrific matchup in store. Today, two teams set to square off in a MAC slugfest. As we'll see, the Kent State Golden Flashes taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Western Michigan Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Be looking forward to it all week. The Broncos will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Kent State's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Golden Flashes send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Calls for the fair catch, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Looking for a gap. It's Martin.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the run.
Picked up some yards on the last completion, but it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
At the 33. First down for the offense.
They'll run it from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Golden Flashes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. And the Golden Flashes are moving quickly down the field.
And that's good enough for a first down.
To the air on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Martin. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Golden Flashes look to do some damage in the red zone. Trying play action. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive. 3rd down coming up. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Western Michigan Broncos offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
They'll try to power their way ahead. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And that is enough.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Second down coming up.
Jones to throw. Under fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brooks. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Broncos will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Caught in the backfield, it's Martin. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Makes the grab, it's Stevens. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got a man, it's Clark. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They go to the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Golden Flashes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Stevens. They run him out of bounds, he gets it to the 47. So 1st down here as they go back to work. That's the end of the period, and Kent State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. The Golden Flashes have their offense in high gear. From the gun, give on the inside.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. Jones wants to throw it. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. And the Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Off the play fake on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Golden Flashes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Showing off the arms. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun. Wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Stands in and takes the hit. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Looking for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Back up now, here's 2nd and long. Jones to throw. The screen, he's got wheels. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Broncos decide to punt it away. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Martin. Nice move there. At the 40, there he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Martin. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Leaves it with the back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Golden Flashes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Bringing the heat. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Caught behind the line. It's Stevens. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. He'll sneak it. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. And the Golden Flashes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looks great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on.
There he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Broncos moving quickly to the line. Jones wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quick strike complete. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab. It's Stevens. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Golden Flashes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Martin. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. The offense will quickly use a timeout. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Right down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Jones to throw. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to go up top and times running out in the half. Catch in the middle. It's busted. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
From the gun, running back on the move. He's past the 30. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Looking to throw on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Kalamazoo. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Waldo Stadium.
And the Golden Flashes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Here comes the offense on second down. Jones wants to throw it. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. And the Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Handoff from the gun. Runs through a tackle. Complete disaster there. He loses 10. The Golden Flashes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Sets up the screen. Finds a little space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. And the Golden Flashes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. Punt is on its way. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Complete in the middle. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Jones wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. And the Broncos trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. On the move.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This offense desperate for a score here to try to stay in the game. It's 3rd and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak. Sneaks into the end zone.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Mississippi State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the SEC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Stark Vegas. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different... Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Golden Flashes line up to punt it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Punt is on its way. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Going to try to get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Golden Flashes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Golden Flashes will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Jones to throw. Finds his man. It's Miles. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
And the Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Guys, that'll do it for the quarter, and it's Kent State on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Broncos will call on their punt team. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Caught over the middle. It's Brooks. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Jones wants to throw it. Gets it out quickly. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
It's another first down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Unleashes one. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Good right down the boulevard. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. He's in open space downfield. Knocked off his feet. And the golden flashes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Caught near the sideline. It's Clark. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
And that's good enough for a first down.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Clark. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
47-yard line. And first down for the offense.
Off play action. Pulls it in. It's Clark. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making to stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. The Golden Flashes will line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Jones to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
The Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some back.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. The sure hands, it's Stevens. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They boot it away on 4th down. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, they're after him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
The Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Here's a throw downfield late. Makes the grab deep. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And, man, that's a big-time play for this offense. This quarterback, he's put the ball in harm's way. He's already had a couple of interceptions. This ball was kind of a 50-50 ball. Nice to see the receiver make a play and get some yards after the catch. Make a big play for this offense.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Jones wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And they'll take a knee. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking never really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.